Hi, everyone. I'm Janine with the Palos Heights Public Library, and I'm here with Jesse Blasek, Library Director. Hi, Jesse.
Hi.
Thanks for joining us. We have had a busy day, busy week this week. Coming up next Monday on July 6th, we've got big news where the library is reopening.
That's right.
Yeah. What has been going on this week? I know we've all been very busy.
Yeah, it's been kind of a crazy week. Obviously, the library never closed totally. We've been offering virtual services all along. Starting in June, we started our curbside service, and we've been doing that for the last few weeks, and it's been going pretty smoothly. But obviously, we've been doing a lot to prepare for Monday to let the public back in the building for the first time, which is extremely exciting.
Right.
So yeah, there's been a lot of preparation put into that in terms of changing what the library is going to look like for now.
Right. What should they expect to see, Jesse, when they come in on Monday?
Yeah, so I mean, we're still trying to kind of follow the lead of public health officials and take it, one step at a time. This is a big step for us, but it's not just a matter of throwing the doors open and welcoming people back to the library that they're used to. We still need to have some restrictions in place so that we can make sure that this is a safe and clean environment. So access throughout the building is going to be a little bit restricted. We're going to have our librarians doing a lot of the work that patrons would be doing to serve themselves in the past. So when people are here for sending faxes, making copies, printing items out, staff are going to be helping facilitate those types of activities. We're not going to have the stacks open for browsing for the most part. So patrons will come in, have a little conversation with the librarian about what titles they're looking for or what types of books they're looking for, and let our librarians run and pull those items for you and check them out. Similar, we've had to take a lot of the computers offline so that we can keep things spaced out in our computer lab. So we don't have nearly as many computers available to the public as we normally would, and so to make sure that we are allowing people to have access to the computers as they need it, we're kind of restricting the time limits
So that's
much more than we typically do.
So that's a reservation. They need to reserve a computer by either calling the library or coming to the public services desk when they come in.
Yeah, that's right. So staff will be taking reservations, and it'll be limited to 1 hour per person per day. And we'll be doing similar with our Wi-Fi access. Again, in terms of keeping kind of a controlled and clean environment, we really need to make sure that we know where people are. So we're doing kind of an assigned seating model, so that when a person leaves, we know that they've left, and we can go and clean the area behind them so that it's safe for the next person to come in.
Okay. What will things look like upstairs with the youth and teens section?
So yeah, things will be again fairly restricted in terms of youth and teens. There won't be any toys out. Again, there's no seating in the library at this point. So we're trying to really limit people to coming in, taking care of their business, and being on their way, rather than coming in and spending a lot of time in the building. So yeah, the seating isn't available right now. The toys aren't available. People can come, find their books, talk to a librarian, take care of whatever business they need to take care of. And for now, that's what we need to kind of restrict things to, so that, like I said, we can make sure that everything that we're doing that we're doing safe, and so that as we open up gradually, we don't have to say, whoa, we need to take a couple steps back because we did too much too fast. We're going to take a big step here, and hopefully, as things continue to go smoothly in the next week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, we'll take more gradual steps forward.
Right. That's that's pretty much what's been going on in the city anyway, citywide, for other restaurants or businesses, that kind of thing, that, you know, face masks will be required or to be worn while you're in the library. We are practicing social distancing. We'll have the little markers on the floor for everybody.
Right.
And, you know, like you mentioned, the seating areas will be closed, the seating areas for public. Study rooms are not open. Is that correct?
Right. So yeah, that's definitely one of the things that a lot of people, you know, love about the library and love to come to the library for studying, reading the paper. Those are some of the things that aren't available quite yet. Again, as we work through this next phase of the reopening plan, you know, get people back in the building, checking out items, interacting with our librarians in person, using computers, the copier, things like that. You know, as we get used to that and comfortable with that and feel like we've got a good handle on how that all works, then, you know, we'll be able to add in more and more services.
Okay.
But yeah, so for now, don't come to the library expecting to be able to read the paper, to use our study rooms or our quiet reading room. Those things aren't available quite yet.
Right. And then programs, of course, are still remaining virtual.
Right, which is, you know, it's kind of exciting. It's you know, obviously in-person programming is a lot more fun, but we've got a lot of really cool virtual programming going on right now, and you can find those programs on our website, on our calendar. You can register and attend those. A lot of the youth programs are taking place on Facebook. A lot of the adult programs are taking place through Zoom. It's been working really well. I think it's been a good format for us. So it's exciting that, you know, we are going to be able to continue having, you know, really cool, interesting programs throughout the summer, even as we aren't able to do those physically in person and in the building.
Right. So on Monday, so our hours are abbreviated as well, starting. So.
Right. We want to make sure, again, that we can handle, you know, we have the staff to be able to handle what's right in front of us. So our hours for the next few weeks at least are going to be shorter than normal. It'll be Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 9 to 5. Tuesdays and Thursdays will be 11 to 7. So we have some evening hours. And then on Saturdays, we'll be open from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m.
Okay.
And then Sundays will continue to be closed as we usually are in the summers.
Right. And I know next week when we do open on July 6th, that there'll be a greeter at the door. So if people have questions, they'll be able to get things answered right off the bat. We will want people to drop items, return all items in the outdoor book drop areas before they walk in the building, right?
That's right. Yeah. So we're still quarantining everything that gets returned to the library, and we're still asking people to put those items in the book drops before you enter the building. Again, so that staff is handling things as little as possible and is controlled away as we can. We'll have a greeter at the door. We'll have hand sanitizer throughout the building. Everyone's going to be wearing masks, patron, staff. So I think, you know, we're going to be able to provide a very clean, safe environment.
Okay. All right. Well, it sounds like you've got everything. You've worked hard, and we've thought of all possible aspects. It looks like we're getting ready to reopen in a limited fashion on Monday, July 6th. Anything else you want to share with us before we go?
Yeah, I mean, it's exciting. Obviously, you know, we've spent a lot of time thinking and talking about how we're going to do this. And it's amazing the number of details that need to be, you know, worked out and thought through to be able to open. We're a public library. We do so many different things. There are so many things that we have to think about how we need to go about doing those things safely. But again, I feel like we put the thought into it, and we've got a model in front of us that is, you know, we're confident we can do what we're going to do safely. And hopefully, like I said, as we get into this process and do these things and get comfortable with these things, then we'll be able to add on a bit more and a bit more until hopefully before too long, we're back up to kind of our full service model.
Well, great. Well, Jesse, thanks for joining us today. Everybody will look forward to seeing you on Monday, on July 6th. Thank you all for joining us. We'll see you at the library next time. Thank you.